Hello, everyone, and welcome to Game On, powered by Level Up Incorporated. I am Joey Sills, aka Ganondorf,
And I'm Daquan Payton, aka Giggle Bowser.
and before we start this video, we just want to extend our heartfelt thanks to everyone who has liked this page. I mean, as I speak right now, as we record, we're at 81 likes, and we owe it all to you. Thank you so much.
And that's really big for us, guys, because we started this page a week ago today. And we did not expect to get this big of a following. And that's dedication from all of you guys out there that have liked our page and continue to watch. Well, this is our second review, but have watched our first review. Continue to watch any content that we put up. And, I mean, that's from our hearts, man. Thank you so much. We will do our best to give you our best each and every week.
Now that being said, let's get on with the game of the week. And drumroll please. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Now, if you are familiar with the series of Assassin's Creed, you'll know that it follows the bloodline of a man named Desmond Miles, whose ancestors were a group of assassins. Assassin's Creed 1 was about Altair, who is a assassin from the Middle East during the Crusades.
Which, if any of you guys are big history buffs out there, you would know that the Knights Templar were a big part of the Crusades. They were pivotal play in the Christian movement during the Crusades, and they actually are the enemies of the assassins. In most of the game, the main conflict between each game is the war between the assassins and the Templars.
Now, in the second game, I guess you would call it the spin-offs of the second game.
Yeah, pretty much.
There were 3 games as far as number 2 goes. It was Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and Assassin's Creed Revelations. And they follow the story of Ezio Auditore de Firenze. I think I said that right.
Yeah, perfect. Beautiful.
And probably the best games of the series, in my opinion. Well, after Revelation, they decided to go to a new assassin by the name of Connor Kenway, who is half Native American. And in this game, Assassin's Creed 4, it goes back in time with his grandfather, Edward. Now, I have beaten the game. Giga Bowser has not.
Sorry, guys.
So I'm not going to try to, just like the Arkham review, we're not going to give away any spoilers for anyone who wants to play the game. But I will say this. If you liked the naval combat in Assassin's Creed 3, you are going to love this game. Because 75% of it, you spend on a boat.
And that actually is a big part of this game because, like we said before, and like you probably noticed from the trailers, the main character, Edward Kenway, is a pirate. And you meet a whole bunch of big names from the golden age of piracy. Guys like Blackbeard, Calico Jack, Anne Bonny, who else am I thinking of? Black Bart, actually, yes. You meet Black Bart. Who else am I missing? I think someone else.
James Kidd.
James Kidd, and the list goes on. I mean, if you played any of the games before, the historical standpoint of these games is just staggering. Like, there is so much historical accuracy used in these games, and it is very informative, and it is a great piece of work. It is a great piece of work, especially if you've played the games before. If you haven't, I advise that you play the games before you jump into this one because it will help you a lot. It will help you a lot. Not just with the story, but with mastering the gameplay and as Ganondorf was getting into the naval combat. It's a big part. It's a big part, and it will help you a lot.
The story is a very interesting one. It's about, of course, Edward Kenway, who joins with a band of pirates to try to get a lot of gold, a lot of money for his wife and soon-to-be family. And he tends to stay gone longer than he intends to. He's shipwrecked with an assassin who is about to go rogue, kills him and takes his uniform, and thus his merry little adventure begins.
And it's just wonderful how pirates can do that.
I know, right?
Yeah, Jack Sparrow.
Now, as far as the game goes, in my personal opinion, it should have been called Pirates with Assassins and Templars.
Which is a brilliant title. If I'm
Really,
honest
it
with
really
myself.
is. I mean, I think that should be the alternate game that comes off as the spinoff. Just Pirates with Assassins and Templars, because you go into more of the pirate story than you do the assassin story, which is not a bad thing at all. I mean, it's really not. But if you were going into this game thinking that it was going to be just like the old games, no, not a chance. The
Not at all.
gameplay is very similar. I mean, the free running, all that's still there. The assassinations, and they brought back the rooftop runs, which I absolutely loved. You didn't do much of that in Assassin's Creed 3. They replaced it with the trees in the forest and everything, but
Yeah.
you do a lot of rooftop runs in this game, and that's pretty cool because I love that about the first Assassin's Creed. It may actually make playing the first Assassin's Creed. It actually made me look at all the buildings in other video games and
Mhm.
movies, and even in real life, thinking about how I could jump.
Well, it's parkour, man.
Yeah,
Parkour.
I mean, yeah, that's how parkour got started.
Yeah.
And the Assassins did it. Now, as far as some of the naysayers go, I've heard this one a lot about this game, is that it's not historically accurate. To which I respond, yeah.
Kinda is.
No, I mean, we know it's not, very historically accurate. It's not supposed to be.
It's a video game.
Yeah.
But I mean, it does have historical facts in the game and historical points. But just as anyone knows, it says it. It says it. It's pretty much just a disclaimer. Once you turn on the game is not meant to be completely historically accurate, and it was made by a team with multicultural faiths and beliefs.
Yeah.
For anyone who has not read that yet or seen that when they played an Assassin's Creed game, please go back and look at that before you play the game. Before you start going in thinking that this game is about to be pretty much spot on how you've read it in the book, because it's not.
I mean, if you're studying for your history test by playing Assassin's Creed, you're gonna fail.
You're doing something wrong.
Yeah. Shame on you.
Oh.
But I mean, you don't play video games for historical accuracy.
You play it for fun.
Exactly. But
And this is a fun game.
it really is. I mean, but I digress. And of course, you got the multiplayer, which I have not played the multiplayer yet, but I know people who have, and they love it.
Yeah, it's if you played the multiplayer from any of the previous, did Assassin's Creed 1 have it, or was it 2, 3, and 4? Pretty much.
I think it started with. I'm not sure if 2 had it, but I know 3 did.
3 did. Well, if you played the multiplayer from Assassin's Creed 3, and if so, any of the earlier games, it expands on that a lot. It's very good. If you like assassinating your buddies online, basically humiliating them as much as possible, you're gonna love the multiplayer.
Exactly.
You're gonna love the multiplayer. And also, if you have already pre-ordered the game, or if not, if you just go pick up the game, there are downloadable costumes that you can use online. Things like the Altair outfit, Ezio outfit, Connor outfit, and you can even get a captain's outfit for Assassin's Creed 4 to use in multiplayer, and it is great. It is great, guys.
It really is. Now, as far as the present day story, because anyone who's played Assassin's Creed, they know there's 2 stories to the game. You've got the historical story, and you've got the present day story. Well, the torch of the present day story is being passed from Desmond Miles to, big shocker here, you. That's right, the present day story is a first person story where you are a new employee of Abstergo Industries, or the Templar industry, pretty much. And that's actually a pretty good twist. I really do like that.
I like how they're putting it more into the player's shoes this time.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, you're not playing Desmond, you're playing yourself.
And it allows you to experience the present day story from your own eyes, from your own point of view. And if you play in the previous ones, you being able to see through your own eyes with the rest of the public sees is big. It's really big, and it lets you understand how desperate the situation has gotten in the present. And it allows you to expand upon that and build your own sense of of feeling your own sense of duty from that one, from that perspective.
Right.
And that's really what I like about the present day standpoint.
Oh, exactly. And now the moment everybody's been waiting for, our rating. And some people are gonna hear us talk about how good we thought the game is and look at the rating like, what, really? But we're gonna go ahead and give the game a 7 out of 10. And the reason is, while the gameplay is pretty cool, the game is very good, and the graphics are fantastic. But the story seems a little rushed to me. I mean, it kind of does. I mean, when they announced the game came out, it kind of seemed like it was going to be too soon for a game of this caliber to be released. Like, for example, I understood the Ezio trilogy. I mean, I understood why they brought it back to years with Assassin's Creed 2 coming out in 2009, Brotherhood coming out in 2010, and Revelations coming out in 2011. Now, it's true that they released 3 the year after, but I mean, they had time to think about it. I think they rushed into Assassin's Creed 4 just a little bit, and if you play the story, you see that a little bit. Not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad at all. I loved it. Would I play it again? Yes. But without giving anything away, story's kind of rushed, but the gameplay's magnificent.
And also from the gameplay standpoint, one of the things that was really big about Assassin's Creed, the free running aspect. The free run aspect has always been a huge part of the game. It's been the staple of the game, pretty much. But one thing that I actually have to say about the free run aspect, and don't think me wrong but it seems that free running gets you into more trouble than you should, often than not. If you're chasing someone or, trying to get to an objective, sometimes while free running you may end up climbing something that you didn't intend for your character to climb, or sometimes you'll end up falling when you don't want to. It's not the fact that it's a bad thing, but it's the fact that it's a constant part of the game that you're going to have to deal with, but it is worth it to deal with it. Because it's been in every Assassin's Creed game. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. And it makes the game good. It makes the game better, honestly. That the free running, open world aspect makes the game great. But just understand that is something that you will have to deal with.
Well, that being said, I think we've talked about it all we can. So, once again, great game. I recommend it. Other than all the problems we just stated, it's worth the buy. It's worth playing. It's worth checking out. You got anything else you want to add to it?
No, that's pretty much it, man. Oh, any of you guys who would like us to review a game, hit us up on our page, send us a message. Tell us, any games that you think would be a good idea to review, I mean, this is a page made for gamers by gamers.
Right.
And we want to do what we believe you guys will love.
Exactly.
And help us out, man. Give us your input. If you want us to review a certain game, if you want to give us feedback on any of the reviews we've done, I mean, you're more than welcome to, Right. I mean, this is for you. This is for you. This is for us. We're in this together.
Okay. And if you've got any questions that you want to ask, feel free to message the page. We've had a few people message it, and there was one question that kept standing out to me when people would send messages to the page, and that was, are you only going to review Xbox 360 games? And the answer is no. We're going to review everything.
And when we mean everything, we mean everything.
Everything?
Everything.
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 Like, for example, hold on, let me, you keep them busy while I dig for this.
Alright, I'll dance around a little bit.
Yeah, dance around a little bit.
Oh, he's going in the black box. Dun 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 dun.
We're going to be reviewing one of these one day, and pretty soon in the future. And we want to know, what is your favorite nostalgic game? What is a game that you loved and you think would be a great review? Now
You know, a lot of you guys grew up with not just the Nintendo 64, but you grew up with Super Nintendo, Nintendo Entertainment System, PlayStation 1, Xbox. You know, it's whatever. It's free reign.
Yeah, just whatever game you think is best. We're even gonna review the new gen consoles, the PS4,
Yes.
the Xbox One.
Yes.
Heck, we may even do the Wii U.
Mm. Oh, really?
We might.
We're gonna step into
We
that.
may have to,
Yeah.
because people still like that.
That is true. That's true.
So, once again, thank you for all the likes. We really do appreciate it. Any requests, demands, whatever, message the page. And, as always, I'm Joey Sills as Ganondorf.
And I'm Laquan Payton as Giga Bowser.
Game on.